CQ HADARS, CQ HADARS, Mike 0, Juliet Bravo Alpha, call it CQ HADARS and listening.
Zero RKK.
CQ, 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 CQ HADARS, CQ HADARS, Mike 0, Juliet Bravo Alpha, calling CQ HADARS and listening.
G7, India Whiskey Echo. Oh, I just got a problem there, Rich.
Yeah, maybe Trev. M0 RKK.
John, are you copying anyone of it?
Houston, we have a problem.
M0 JBA, M0 Juliet Bravo Alpha, Golf 7 India Whiskey Echo. Yeah, I had listened on the input. He was coming in through the coming in the right way, so he maybe just needs to turn the volume up or something.
G7RWE M0 RKK. I don't know, mate. It's a bit of a weird one, that. I thought at first when he couldn't hear us, I thought it might have knocked the repeater out, but yeah, we can hear each other, so yeah, I don't know what's going on at the minute, mate.
Roger, yeah, we'll just wait and see what happens.
You on WSA?
Evening, Chris.
G7IWE.
Evening, Rich.
Hiya, mate. It seems like John might be having a little bit of a problem. We could hear him, but he kind of is calling back at the minute, over.
I'll just stand by a minute. I've just put the rig on.
RKK, G7HWE.
On the list, the first one. M0 RKK from M0 JBA. You hear me now, Rich?
M0 JBA, M0 RKK. Good evening, John. Yeah, I could hear you all the time. It's just seemed that maybe you couldn't hear us either.
You on and off, but now I'm transmitting on the repeater output. I'm not sure what's going wrong here. I'll let you chat amongst yourselves and I'll play about and see if we can get it going properly. Over.
Yeah, no worries, John. Do you want me to kick it off while you get sorted?
Yeah, please, Rich.
Okay. Well, so I've got John down then as number 1. Number 2, G7RWE, Trevor. Good evening to you. 20JOV, Ant. Top 3, Ant. Good evening to you. G7RWE. Sorry. I forgot your call sign, Chris. G1WSA. Chris is number 4. Anybody else? Holland District Amateur Radio Club, Monday evening now. M0RKK listening.
20RDL.
20RDL. Good evening to you, Dave. I saw you on the Zoom. So yeah, it's a bit odd one that. Number 5 on the list, Dave.
Yes, Rich.
Anybody else? M0RKK listening? I'm sorry, go again. Caller, please go again. M0RKK. Oh, I thought I heard something, but nothing heard. Maybe they'll call back later. M0RKK, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's okay. I found out that I can tune me 40-metre bazooka to 30 metres and it works fairly well on FTA actually. So I'm going to take the loop down. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? So I'll be an antenna less in the yard, in the backyard, but it's not one that's actually going to be used. I was only going to keep it up to run 30 metres, so yeah, got the bazooka up, the cobweb obviously, and then this aerial for the nets. So with that, we'll just see if John's back. M0JBA, M0RKK. You back, John?
Yeah, M0RKK from M0JBA. Yeah. Has that cured it? Over.
I haven't checked the input, John, but you're fine on this one. If you just want to come back to me, over.
Yeah. In HADARS net from M0JBA. How's that, Rich?
I've got nothing on the input. So, are you on your collinear, John? M0JBA, M0RKK.
Better, John.
Hear me now, Rich?
Yeah, I can hear you now, John. Yeah, are you on your collinear? Because I couldn't get anything on the input, over.
I am.
A little bit weird. Sorry, Chris. Go. Just come in, mate.
JBA to M0.
I was just going to say, Rich, he was definitely on the input before, but he's not now. Just that there was the station trying to call in was Golf 7 Mike Foxtrot Kilo stroke portable. I'd got them 59 plus 10 I think them. I'm not sure whether they were on the input or not, but I could hear them 5-9 plus 10. Anyway, that's what it was. Golf 7 Mike Fox Kilo Portable G1WSA. To stand by again.
Okay, Chris. G7 MFK Portable M0RKK. Are you still on frequency? Over.
The problem is, I don't think he's got his CTCSS set right, because I can hear him on the input almost full scale, but there's nothing on the output, is there? So the station, call it Golf 7 Mike Fox Kilo Portable, I think the CTCS is 88.5, 88.5 is for this repeater, G1WSA.
Okay, nothing heard. Back to you, John. M0JBA, M0RKK. Are you all sorted now? Round to you, Trevor. G7RWE, M0RKK. Good evening.
Right.
Yeah, come in, Chris.
Yeah, from G7IWE. Yeah, very good evening to you, Richard, to everybody else on the net. Not a great deal to report here. Can't give any input reports because, quite honestly, there's this rig's that new to me. I just can't find out going reverse. But I will get it sorted one of these days, and I'll be able to give people a report on the input there. But as I say, absolutely zero been happening here, so it'll be very, very, very short and sweet. So I think next man on the list is Ant JOV from Golf 7 in US Gearco with the group.
2E0 JLV from 79WH. Cheers, Trev. Just to let everyone know, everybody keeps keying over John when he tries coming on. He's just transmitting on the input on 050. He doesn't seem to be getting across on the repeater itself. So I don't know if anybody wants to try and just talk to him on 050, see if he can get back to anybody. But yeah, he's having quite a bit of problems at the moment. We may, not a lot, just doing a bit of FT8 in over the weekend. It wasn't very good because of the conditions, but I persevered and I got a few. Also, I'm going to Doncaster tomorrow to swap my 857 for an 847, a direct swap, so I shall have a new rig to play with. So, yeah. That's about it for now. I'll leave a little break to see if John's coming back on, but it's G1 WSA Chris next, so I'll pass it on to Chris from 2E0 GOV.
Yeah, from G1WSA. Yeah, sorry, Anne, I doubled with you for probably half of your last over. I sort of waited for a break and thought you were waiting for me to come back. Yeah, so the station G7 MFK stroke portable, I've got you 5-9 plus 10 on the input, but you're not making the output because somebody else was actually transmitting on the output when you were transmitting. So you've not got the repeat. You've not got the tone set. You need to have the CTCSS tone set, and it needs to be 88.5 hertz to open the repeater. Yeah. So apologies, and I think the first half of your last QSO would have been doubled with me. So apologies for that. Good evening, everybody. I went to Rip and Rest today with myself and John went on as because we were manning the RSGB stand there, so we had a very early start because we had to be there early on, so it was a bit of an early start. I left home at half 6 and picked John up at 7, and we were in Ripon for, I don't know, probably about 20 past 8. So bit of a long day there, but I made the rash decision of buying another Kenwood TM241E. So I bought another one, £5 more than I paid for the last one. I tried to beat him down to 35, but he wasn't having it, and I decided I was going to go for it. Display seems to be okay. He's also pushing 50% more power than the other one and pulling nearly 10 amps, which is what it's supposed to pull. So this one seems to be more prototypically correct. Rich will be disappointed that he doesn't have that nice Kenwood microphone with it. He's got the MC42S with it. I could probably swap the microphones over. I haven't tried that yet. But anyway, so I'm on air with that, and if you want to look at what the input report is, I'll do that. And then what I'll do is I'll actually switch over onto the other one later on in the net, and so we can do a bit of a comparison. So I've bizarrely got one on top of the other. I don't know. Anyway, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and repair the first one, basically. But there we go. I also bought a 30 megahertz low-pass filter, which I'm intending to use so that if I've got my beacon on 4 and 6, it doesn't interfere with it if I'm doing, working HF or whatever. I bought that as Kenwood one, quite a nice one, and a book and a few other bits and bobs, a bacon sandwich. That's my lot. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll pass it round to Rich, and we'll see where we are, because we can then maybe get MFK in. So Rich, to take it, M0RKK from G1WSA in the group.
From M0RKK. I don't know whether there was somebody to try and get in or not. We'll just bring Dave in, and then we'll go back to the top again. 2E0RDL. Good evening to you, Dave.
0RKK 2E0RDL. Yeah, good evening, Rich. Good evening, one and all. Yeah, I'm just listening to lots and lots of noise at the moment on here, but I think everybody else is the same. Haven't done a great deal, a bit of FT18 yesterday, but apart from that, I've done absolutely nap all over the weekend, because it didn't feel like it. I don't feel like it tonight, to be quite honest, but I'm here. But there we go. So not a lot to add. I'll pass back to you, Rich, and perhaps you can get hold of John and see what's going on. So M0RKK from 2E0IDL.
2E0RDL, M0RKK in the net. Cheers. Cheers, Dave. Right, before we bring John back in, just see if anybody else wants to join Elland District Amateur Radio Club Monday evening net. M0RKK, please call now.
M1DRK.
M1DRK. M0RKK. Good evening to you. Andy, are you well, mate? I'll check your input report in a minute, but yeah, coming through fine at the minute. Number 6 on the list, either.
No problem at all. I'm just settling, so I thought I'd come in and just see how it was working. So yeah, number 6 is good for me.
Yep, okay, mate. Good to hear you anyway. Yeah, it's a little bit odd tonight, a little bit weird. So, anybody else? M0RKK listening? Nothing heard. So, yeah, we'll see if John's back. John, M0JBA, M0RKK, are you all sorted over?
M0.
M0RKK, I'll just check I'm not doubling. I just heard my first letter of my call and then it just cut out. I don't know whether anybody else got that as well.
Same here, Rich.
John's on the input trying to get through.
M0JBA.
Did anyone catch me then? I just said John's on the input trying to get through.
TX on the input, but I don't know why they're not coming through.
Yeah, I just heard that, Ant. I'll just go over to the input for a sec.
Whether that is TX on the input, it's 59 plus for me on the input on the scope, but it's not hitting the output.
John, M0 JBA, M0 RKK, I'm on the input at the minute. You're not actually coming through the repeater over.
Change.
I can go listen to the input if you want, but it's very disconcerting when you can hear input and output and then you hear yourself.
Rich, do you think we should QSY 145.325 and try that?
Yeah, we could do that, couldn't we? Go on the simplex one. If anybody else wants to follow us there, 145.325 M0 RKK.
Yeah, QSY 145.
M0 RKK, frequency clear.
Golf 7 Matt Fox Kilo Stroke Portable, can you hear me now?
Ah, G7MFK portable. Good evening to you, M0 RKK. I'll put you down as number 7 on the list. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly well. If you just want to come back with your name, please. Name's Rich, this way over.
Golf 7 Matt Fox Kilo Stroke Portable returning. Name to send is Stuart, STUART. Normal QTH is Aston the Line, Manchester, but down here for 7 days, so I'll call in you there. Golf 7 Matt Fox Kilo Stroke Portable. Oh, south of the river, where are we, Ellie? Got to ask me my wife where I am. Barton something. Near the big, what are we now? Barrow Haven, sorry. Go back to you.
Okay, Stuart. Yeah, good to see you anyway, mate. Plus 20 anyway. I'm in Hull. So yeah, it's no wonder Chris could hear you well because he's just up the road from you. In a village could also be. Yeah, you're probably on about Barton upon Humber, I'm not sure. But yeah, good signal, mate. I'll just send you around the houses actually. You may as well be, as we've got a normal simplex net at the minute. John, M0JBA, did you follow us up, over?
M0 RKK in the group from M0 JBA. Yeah, I followed you. I hope you can hear me now. Over.
Yeah, I can hear you fine, John, but you're only on a 7, which is a bit unusual for saying you're on your collinear. Can you hear Stuart okay? G7 FK portable, over?
Yeah, I heard Stuart fine.
Oh, okay, right. So we'll probably just run through you. Number 7 on the list anyway, Stuart. Anything to add, John? Now we can hear you.
Yeah, M0 RKK and the group from M0 JBA. No, I don't know what's been happening with my thing on the repeater. I was having a look around it. I did find out that it was transmitting on 650 and receiving the 600 further up. So I got that rectified, but it still doesn't seem to be working properly in that people aren't hearing me. So I think tomorrow maybe I'll do a factory reset and start again and see how it goes from that. But at least it's working on simplex, Rich. Over.
Yeah, it says albeit down on your signal. I just wonder if you might. Are you running your full 5 watts? We'll see if John wants to pop back in a minute. Round G-Trev, G7RWE, M0 RKK.
Rich.
Yeah, M0 RKK. I'm an FT7RWE. Yeah, Sean's been breaking my scotch on crackle now and again. And a very good evening to M7 MFK Portable. Stuart is 59 plus here in the East of Hull. definitely coming getting through this way. Yeah, it was a bit of a chaos on the repeater tonight for some silly reason, but I'm sure we'll get it sorted. I did actually turn my antenna down south now to pick up. There's a couple on the south bank I've had. Facilitate them because I know you've got no trouble hearing me, Richard, with it if I'm pointing south. So I thought that I'll try to accommodate the most. So with that, rambling, I'll pass it on to Ant. 2E0 JV in the net G7IWE.
Break. John, if you want to come in now, John. Over.
Yeah, Rich, there's another net on this frequency. She'll go up to 350, over.
Yeah, no problem, yeah, QSY 350. Is this frequency clear? M0RKK. M0JBA, M0RKK. I couldn't hear anybody, John. It's a bit of a weird evening. Yeah, I couldn't hear nobody. So, over to you, John.
Yeah, M0RKK and the group from M0JBA. No, I didn't hear anything on this frequency either. I didn't hear on 325 either at first, but then suddenly the other net popped in and said that, well, from what I gather what they said, they'd been on a while and we jumped on top of them, so back to you, Rich.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I did ask if it was clear and I didn't hear anything back, so maybe they're quite a way away. So, yeah, we spoke to Trev. Back round to you, Ant. 2E0JOV, M0RKK.
2E0JOV from M0RKK. Yeah, hopefully this will settle down on here now. I was just laughing, it just reminds me of the Thursday nets. Isn't it? Yeah, quite funny, all fun, but at least we got it right in the end. Yeah, I don't know if everybody heard, because Chris said he was stamping all over us, but I'm swapping my Yeso FT857 tomorrow in Doncaster for a Yeso FT847 with quite a few Collins filters fitted, so I'm looking forward to that, messing about with a new rig. So it's a little bit bigger than this one, so it looks better, and I like the retro look, so yeah, that's it. So that's about it from me for this round, so I'll pass it on to Chris G1WSA from 2E0JOV in the group.
Yeah, from the G1WSA, yeah. Let me just check I'm not doubling. No, okay. Yeah, the group that was on 325, they were having a moan, but I have to say, I didn't hear them to start with at all, and then they suddenly appeared. I don't know whether they're a long way away and whether there's a bit of tropo or something, because on my radio they suddenly appeared at 5.3. Anyway, that was that. I'll tell you what, I've got to do some signal reports. John 5.3. I'd got no copy on Trevor earlier, but I'll have another go now with Simplex. 2E0JV is 5.9 plus 10. 2.0 IDL is 5.7. And MFK port, G7 MFK port is 5.9 plus 10. At Barrowhaven, which is actually a really good spot for working this net, even though you're down at low level and near the Humber. For working this net, it's absolutely a perfect spot. I know that because I normally work mobile, so I've actually sussed out all of round here. Okay, so Barrowhaven, very, very good spot, especially if you're the other side of the level crossing towards the woodyard there. But it is a good spot. I don't know if anybody copied before, but anyway, I'm on another Kenwood CM241E, slightly more power than the other one for some reason, and the display hasn't gone funny yet. So different microphone though. So I'll run round on this net, and then what I'll do is I'll actually switch it over, and we can do a comparison if we like. That's it for me. I'm going to pass it on to IDL now. 20 IDL to take it from G1 WSA. I guess I'll just leave a pause just in case anyone wants to come in. Okay, over to you, Dave. Yeah, 20 IDL, G1 WSA.
Two zero IDL M0 RKK. It looks like you're talking actually on the Zoom. Got no audio. We'll just wait until he starts talking, Chris.
I think he's on 325.
No, he's not.
Yeah, they're nice and strong, those stations now. I don't know who they are.
Just put it round to you, Andy. M1DRK. Well, I just have a quick word with Dave on the Zoom. Oh, maybe not. G1 MFK Portable M0RKK. Round to you, Stuart.
Golf 7 Mike Fox Kilo Stroke Portable returning. Sorry lads, I'm all over with all the call signs. I've been writing bits of call signs down. Well, the only one I've got is I've got M0 RKK and I've got M0 JBA, John, and then I've got G7 RWE and I've got JLV. But unfortunately, all the things in between. Anyway, good evening all to everybody. I'm like I say at Barrowhaven. I'm the other side of the railway crossing. I'm not towards the estuary. I'm towards the is it a polyester factory just down the road anyway. I'm in a little caravan site about a quarter of a mile down the road on the right anyway, single track road where all the wagons go down apparently. It's a little CL with and I'm in a touring caravan, so I've got the FTM 100 here and on 50 watts I think I'm on at the moment, full power, so I believe it's a bit of a bad spot now and again. I couldn't get the repeater that was in Cleethorpes or something like that. Couldn't get it whatsoever, and then the other day I give a call out and nothing, but anyway, Sunday I think I've got some the other end of me, back of me in the paper when I've got bits of call signs written down, so I'm all over the place at the moment. Oh, Geordie. Spoke to Geordie tonight, M7 MBE, and had a quick QSO with him, and he said that the club net would be on or something, so, but he said 435, so I couldn't get 435 for some reason, and then I couldn't get into the repeater, and apparently this rig's got auto shift on it and everything, but it wasn't picking up that it was a repeater frequency, so I was just giving a simplex output into the repeater, so that's why people could hear me, and he had the tone burst on as well. So, well, I'm not getting into the receiver, repeater or what, I don't know, but anyway, I'm here now. So, like I say, name's Stuart, normal QTH is Ashton-under-Lyne, Manchester, and I'm a member of Oldham Radio Club, so I usually go there on a Thursday night. We're usually on a net on Wednesday, and at the club on Thursday, so we're meeting Royton. So, apart from all that, everything's fine and dandy. Pass it back to you, lads. M0 RKK, Golf 7 Matt Fox Kilo Stroke Portable with the group.
G7 MFK Portable M0 RKK. Cheers for that, Stuart. I caught most of it. I just had to have a quick chat with Dave. Hopefully he's on now. Back round to you, Dave. Yeah, we had to shift. There was actually a net on 325. I couldn't hear nothing. But yeah, they asked if we could politely move. 20 IDL M0 RKK.
M0 RKK 20 IDL. Can you hear me now, Rich? Brilliant. Yeah, I did actually shift to 350, and I don't know why, but nothing happened. Anyway, as I was saying, John, I can only just about hear the signals there, but I can't really hear what's being said. And then Trev, Ant, and Rich are all 5 and 9 plus. As is Stuart, you're 5 and 9 plus to me here. And Chris, you're 5 and 7. But that's the signal reports. Apart from that, nothing really to add at this point, so I'll pass it back to Rich, M0RKK from 2E0IDL.
Many thanks for that, Dave. Are you still with us, Andy, M1DRK?
Evening, gents. M1DRK here, playing with a new radio. Not quite sure what he's doing, and we're probably transmitting God knows where, so we'll apologise later on. So, anyway, gents, I've moved my aerial outside. For those that don't know, it was internal. It was behind the wardrobe, stuck there with no ground planes on. It's now outside. I'll give you a few reports what I've got. So I've got JBA 58, I've got MFK 58, IWE 59, Rich 59+++. I'm glad it's not an analog needle, it's digital because you can't bend it. I've got Ant 59 plus 10, superb signal and audio. Chris is a 5 and 8, and Dave, you're a 59+, so you must be quite close to me. I apologise for the audio, gents. This is the setup for this on this radio is for SSB, and I'll be honest with you, I've not even sussed how to change it yet. I've got some coloured dots. Anybody got a Sun SDR DX2 with a processor setting or a setting for FM, if you could email me, that would be greatly appreciated. M0RKK from M1DRK in the group.
M1DRK, cheers, Andy, from M0RKK. No, I won't pay for the price. I won't buy a car for that sort of money that you pay for that radio, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, I can understand that it's not set up quite, but it's clear, just a little bit deep. So yeah, it's perfectly readable, nice and loud. And there's no point in me giving you a signal report, obviously, because it's pretty much exactly the same as when you had the collinear inside the house. You still end stopping anyway. So I've got it's just back round to me anyway, isn't it? Because we just spoke to Stuart. Right, John's on an 8, surprisingly. Trev's plus 20, Ant's plus 40, Chris is plus 20, Dave is plus 40. Stuart is plus 20, and like I say, Andy's end stopping as well, plus 60. So yeah, 847. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Can you show me when you get it? Because even though I've got one, I've never seen one through a webcam. So that'd be quite interesting. So and the Chris, that radio sounds lovely, even though it's not stock mic. It sounds really good. I'm not sure why you're collecting them. You do realise that 5 2-metre rigs don't make a 10-metre one. I'm not sure, but there you go. Anyway, round to you, John. See if we can get you this time a little bit stronger. But you're 8 at the minute, John. M0JBA, M0RKK.
Yep, M0RKK in the group from M0JBA. No, I'm on my full height X50 as I've been before. But it seems that from various reports I'm not getting out as strongly as I did before. So I don't know why that is. My SWR looks fine here. So maybe tomorrow I'll have to stick the watt meter and the dummy load on and see if it's behaving properly, Rich. Over.
Yeah, so I mean, normally most people get you on at least a something plus when you've got the collinear up. Even though you only run 5 watts, so yeah, you get it sorted, John. Perfectly audible anyway, over.
Yeah, thanks for that, Rich. I'm getting everyone 5.9 plus, so it's maybe I've got a diode in the system somewhere, over.
Yeah, maybe so. Let's hope it's not too serious. All right, John, cheers for that. Round to you, Trev, G7RWE, M0RKK. Okay, well, we've got a break. Anybody else want to join the Monday evening Holland District Amateur Radio Club, M0RKK? No, nothing heard. Are you back, Trev? Round to you, Ant. Your turn.
2E0GRV from M0RKK. Yeah, I'll give everyone radio reports on this one. Right, we'll start with Rich. You're 5.9++. Trevor's 5.7. Yeah, he's a 5.7 now. He's probably not facing me. Chris is 5.9++. Dave's 5.9++. M1DRK Andy, he's 5'9", and G7 MFK Portable Stuart, he's 5'9 plus. And John's booming through here like he usually does with me. He's checking the rig. I've had to stop going on FT8 because it was that powerful. He was stopping me from transmitting. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there because he's coming through here beautiful. So yeah. As soon as I get it tomorrow, I'll send you a pic of it or whatever. Yeah, I can't wait to have a little play with it. So yeah, when I get it. So yeah, that's it from me for the moment. So I'll pass it on to G1WSA Chris from 2E0 JRV.
Yeah, from G1WSA. Yeah, well, I put the other I mount the other Kenwood now, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to compare signal reports, but the display's packed in. Can you believe that? Now, what I'd say is my receive audio on my original Kenwood is better than the new one. The new one's perfectly okay, but when I switched over, and I was switched over when Rich was on, and it was really noticeable. The new one sounds like a 2-meter radio, and the old one sounded like I was listening to Rich on it was like broadcast quality basically. It was really noticeable, the difference. So anyway, I was hoping to get the difference on reports. I've got my power meter set to 50 watts for the new Kenwood, and the old one is running 30, where the old one was displaying 50. So I think the old one has got it's got a replacement PA in it, because that's what happens. There's a replacement PA chip that is not the original, and you lose some power. The display on the new one is clearly better, and the backlight is far brighter. Anyway, there we go. Richard's comment on the 2-meter rigs. Actually, I'd not really thought about this, but actually it's sad but true. I've got two 241s, a CRT, a 7100, a 7250, a 70D, an 817, and the Retivist that will all work 2 meters. So, yeah, that is 8 rigs that will work. So that is a bit sad, actually. I've not thought about that. That is a bit bizarre, actually. I am a bit overrun with 2-meter rigs, it has to be said, which is why I was quite happy to loan the CRT out the other day, and was quite happy about that. Anyway, I was hoping to go around to the signal reports, but unless the display decides to settle down, I'm not going to be able to do that. The only one I did was Rich, who was 5'9 plus 10, bobbing about between 5'9 plus 10 on the new rig, and 5'9 plus 10 steady on the old 241. And the mic on the new one is stock. It's a Kenwood mic, but it's not it's not like the flat one. It's the same mic that I had on the 221. Actually, is what it is, with the up and down buttons on the top. M1 DRK I got on 5.3 on the old rig as well. What else? Is that it? Oh, I had a listen on that net. I just had a flick down. I just kept having a flick down to if I could get a call sign, and I did pick one of the call signs up, and that call sign is in Nottingham. So that probably accounts for why I'm copying them, and some people on the North Bank are not copying them. I wouldn't normally be able to work Nottingham. So there's obviously a bit of tropo on, and that's probably where they appeared from. They probably don't realise that 325 is our frequency. No, it's not really, but anyway, there we go. Anyway, I'm going to pass it on. It's Dave to take it, hopefully sorted. 2-0 IDL from G1WSA in the group.
G1WSA and the group from 2-0 IDL. Yeah, cheers, Chris. You're coming through 5 and 7 to me on whichever radio you use. I just thought I'd let you know. And I missed M1 DRK Andy. I'm sorry, your signal report is 5.9 plus 40, 5.9 plus 40 into me here.
Hi, mate.
So that is very, very loud and very audible.
Yeah, we've had to move to
I don't really
350.
think I've got anything else to add. I
So the
keep saying I'm going to
350
do some aerial
simplex, mate,
work,
if you want to join us.
I keep getting sidetracked into doing other things, like domestic stuff, which is necessary, but has to be done.
Yeah, we're having a bit of
so
trouble,
I'll see how I
mate,
get
so
on during the week, and see how we get on. So I'll pass it back on to M1DRK from 2-0 IDL.
Alright, see you in a bit, mate.
RDL from M1DRK.
Oh,
Well, I've
right.
changed the audio setting, gents, so hopefully this will be a little bit more. I'm hoping I've turned all the boost and filters off. There's too much to play with on this. To me, Dave, you're absolutely bob on. You sound fantastic, and your end stopping. You're nearly as good as Rich. As I said, my antenna used to be in I don't play with 2 meters. It's not a band. I like to have a little bit of FG8 and a mess about, but I don't. I did my days on 270 and 6 in the early 90s, so I've had enough of them. But yeah, everybody's good. I mean, I can hear Chris is still a solid 5 and 8 on both rigs. Sounds absolutely bob on to me. So I'll pass it back to Rich because there's not much more for me to say unless anybody wants to know about mag loops or surround or baby loops or any of that rubbish. But yeah, back to you, Rich. M0RKK from M1DRK in the group.
Right, Rich.
Yeah, come on in, Steve.
Yeah, I'm 70YP, yeah. Hello, Rich, I'm starting to panic there. I was wondering what was happening.
M7EYP, M7R. KK, did you miss us all, mate? Yeah, sorry about that. We did have a bit of a problem on the repeater, and then we moved to 325, and apparently we were disturbing a net that was running in Nottingham. So we've settled on 350, and we seem to be doing alright at the minute, mate. Yeah, plus 40 anyway on the signal, mate. Good to hear you. Number 8 on the list. So you just have to Stuart, that I'm just going to bring in now, mate. So G7MFK portable, Stuart, M0RKK.
Golf 7 Matt Fox Kilo, stroke portable, returning. Yep, fine and dandy. Excuse me. Halfway through eating my tea as well, I'm afraid. So, yeah, for new ones, normal QCH is Ashton Underline Manchester, member of Oldham Radio Club. You're talking about 847 rigs. I've got one back home. I've had one for years. Cracking little rig, aren't they? And I've got a DJ580, a Linko. One of my, I think it was my first rig or something like that. First license in about '92, I think. Yeah, don't play much radio. I'm away in my caravan at the moment, a tourer, and I'm at Barrow Haven, and I'm just inland of the railway crossing, and that's it's like a water feature, caravans with water activities down the road here. It's about quarter of a mile away, something like that. It's like a single track road that goes down to some polymer factory or something, and it's absolutely, apparently it gets busy with wagons going up and down when they're back in work, but I've not seen them as yet because we came Saturday, so so far so good. Not into FT8 or anything like that. I've just got my first digital rig, which is an FTM 100D. In the car I've got the FT100 Yaesu rigs, and HF and excuse me, up to 77s. So that's my normal play around rig when I'm out in the caravan. And at the moment I've got is it 770 mobile whip, currently on a stand that I've made at the side here, and I've got a bit of a ground plane at 45 degrees at the bottom of it to give it some pull down, I suppose. And that's one. I'm on high power at the moment, so I'm struggling with. I think it's M1DRK. It's just noise with me, unfortunately. But I think I'm receiving most all others. I'm not catching bits of calls. I'm making a list of call signs as I'm going down the list, so hopefully I'll get there, lads, and hopefully you don't mind me joining your net or something like that. Like I say, normally I have a net on a Wednesday in Oldham, so I'll chat in between members and stuff like that, so it's fine and dandy. Anyway, enough of my waffling. I'll pass it back to well, whoever's next on the list, or it'll pass around to RKK. Golf 7 Matt Fox Kilo stroke portable with the, as I said, Oldham Radio Club net with the group. Cheers, lads.
Yeah, cheers for that, Stuart. Round to you, Steve. M7EYP, M0RKK.
G7I
Oh, go on, Trev.
Yeah, I'll wait. I got things messed up. I had it in 600 offset then, I just couldn't get out of it, but I've managed to get out of it now, so if you couldn't hear me, because I was transmitting 600 down from where it actually was. Never mind, got it sorted. Okay, over to you, Steve, from G7IWE.
M7EYP. We'll see if it's one of those nights, isn't it? We'll see if he pops in a bit anyway. I'll just put it over to you, John, because I've just got to nip out of the room. M0JPA, M0RKK.
Yeah, M7AYP. Yeah, thanks for letting us in, Rich. Eventually, yeah. Are you getting me?
Yeah, you did double up slightly with John, but go ahead, Steve, and then pass it round to John. M7EYP, M0RKK. Just take it, John, would you please?
Yeah, M0RKK and the group from M0JBA. Am I any stronger now, Rich?
You are to be, John, yeah, you're a bit stronger.
Right, you're 5 and 5 with me now, over.
Okay, I think it sounds like Rich has gone off, so okay, I'll do the rounds. So, yeah, my sudden increase in power is from what passes from a stroke of genius at this end nowadays. I decided to look at my power meter, and I was only transmitting on half a watt instead of my usual full 5 watts, so everything seems to be going wrong tonight with it, but anyhow, it's working well now, so yeah, I don't think I owe anything more to add really. I don't want to share myself anymore, so I'll hand it over to Trev, G7IWE from M0JBA. Over.
Yeah, M0JBA and the net from G7IWE. Yeah, you're not the only one that's been making them sort of bloomers tonight. I've just been transmitting with a 600 kc off shift on, and I just couldn't get out of it because I've got this new rig and I just can't get into the menus, but I did manage to find out something from the experience how to get out of that one, so that one's noted. Not a great deal of report, so I think I'll make this the final here. Thanks to John and Rich for running the net, and catch you on the dark side in a few minutes. So with that, I'll pass it on to 2E0, Juliet Oscar Victor from G7IWE with an F.
2E0, Juliet Oscar Victor from G7IWE in the group. Yeah, not a lot much to say apart from I've just had Australia on FT8 20 metres. That's the third time today, so they're coming through quite strong. First thing this morning, I couldn't sleep, so I got up and put the rig on about 6 o'clock. And my first contact was on 40 metres with, what was his call sign now? Oh, I lost it now. It was an MR station. And there's been quite a few on FT8 that have put the R in the prefix. I was quite expecting most of you tonight to be like MR0RKK and like that, but yeah. So people are using that at the moment. So that's about it. Yeah, I'll say my 73s because yeah, I ain't got much more to say. Oh, just one thing. Are we streaming this because we'll probably go viral with all the mistakes I've been going on? So, yeah, never mind. So I'll say 73 to all, and I'll catch you all on the dark side in a bit. So it's 2E0 GOV to G1WSA in the group.
Yeah, G1WSA in the group. Yeah, right. I've got the displays working. Right. So, John, I tell you what, John, just give me a quick, and I'll give you a report. G1WSA.
G1WSA from M0JBA running this new QRO full 5-watt station. Over to you, Chris.
Yeah, right, John. So you were 5.3 on both rigs before, and you're now 5.7 on both rigs. So identical report there. So that they're identical. Rich is identical. What I'd say is the old one had maybe just occasionally flicks down to 5.5, and it was doing it with Rich on the 5.9.10. It was flicking over. So the old rig is giving a slightly lower, but it's almost the same. You know, because like Trevor got 5.5 on both rigs. JOV 5.9 plus 10 on both. I've not got I've not got a report on EYP. So do you want to just give me a quick over, and I'll give you a report. M7 EYP G1WSA in the group.
M7 EYP G1WSA. Yeah, Chris. Sorry about that. I'm loads of technical problems here tonight, but I'm back on queue now. So yeah, you're 5.9 plus, Chris, and lovely audio.
Yeah, I've got you 5.9.10. But I've only got you on one rig. But anyway, what I'd say is it looks like the two are reading very, very similar. The receive on them seems to be very, very similar. The guys are still down on 325. But what's happening there? I just keep having a quick bob down, and what's happening is sometimes you can hear them and sometimes you can't, because it's probably a Nottingham net, and it probably depends. You know what there is. There'll probably be people that are sort of Leicestershire side, and you know could be, you know, well they could be 30 miles south of Nottingham, couldn't they? So I think what's happening there is that's probably why we had a bit of a collision with them, because there was a bit of a lift. I might go on and try and work them after the net. Who knows? Anyway, that's about. That's all about all I've got. What I'll do, I'll have a listen I'll go back onto the. Oh yeah, I'm on the right rig now. I'll have a listen on this and try and get some reports for the others as we go round. Is Dave still on 2E0IDL G1WSA in the group?
G1WSA 2E0IDL. Yeah, I'm still alive, Chris. I'm still here, and hopefully you can hear me. Just give us a quick yes if that's right.
Yeah, that's Roger. You were 5.7 on the new one, 5.9 on the new one.
That's great. Well, you're coming through 5 and 7 on either of the rigs that you were using there, Chris. John, you're now coming into me 5 and 9, which is a bit better than the 5 and absolutely nothing earlier on. So that's about it. I'll say thanks to Rich and John and everybody else for running the net tonight. Whoever else got involved, I can't remember now. It all got a bit confusing. But I'll say thanks to everybody, and hopefully catch you on the alternative very shortly. And so pass it on to M1 DRK Andy from 2E0IDL. M1 DRK from 2E0IDL. Are you there, Andy?
Nothing heard. Maybe he's popped off. Round to you, Stuart. Looks like we're just about ready to wrap up shortly. Anyway, G7MFK portable M0RKK.
Golf 7 Matt First Kilo portable returning to the group. Yeah, fine and dandy. Yeah, I can't. I got Andy was in the noise DRK with me before, and I lost him completely then. But it looks as though he's what TXing was it? Yeah, is GB3GY at Cleethorpes? Is it off the air or what? Because according to me thing here, it's about 7 miles away, and I can't hit it at all. So and they had the tone on and all this, like repeater shift and everything, but nothing to no avail, I should say. The only thing I could hear was on the repeater thing was a Sheffield repeater, according to that, but it was bouncing in and out, and I couldn't hear. I just about hear the odd bit of audio, but the RF was bouncing all over the place, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes, isn't it, with our side. So anyway, I'll say 732 to all stations. Hopefully I might hear you again on the next few days. Like I say, is there any particular repeater or band or anything that's popular over here, or I did listen round the other day and didn't hear a thing in either 2 or 70, so it'd be handy to see if my rig works as such. I'll probably have a go at HF later on as well. I'll get the HADARS set up in the FT100 and then see what I can play with that anyway. So anyway, thanks for letting me in your net, lads, and hopefully I'll work you all further down the twisty pair, as they say. Golf 7 Mike Fox Kilo, off and clear with it. Well, I'll listen to the end anyway, and say 73 to all stations. Cheers and beers. Golf 7 Mike Fox Kilo, stroke portable.
Cheers for that, Stuart. I'll just put your question back to Chris. He follows repeaters a little bit, so he might be able to tell you out on that one. Round to you, Chris.
Yeah, from G1WSA. Yeah, what I was thinking, Rich, is it'd be worth putting out the, that bulletin you do of what's going, because that'd be quite interesting, because there's a 10-metre net in there. But yeah, repeaters. So where you are, you should be able to. You hopefully will be able to hit GB3LM on 145.725. It's got a 70 cent. It's on Lincoln Cathedral. It's got a 70 centimetre sister on, which is on, is it RB02? Anyway, there's GB3LS, which is its 70 centimetre sister, but I doubt you'll be able to work it. The 2 metre will go over the ridge, the 70 centimetres won't. Really nice repeater, new one, GB3NY. I think it's on RB67, if my memory serves right. It's on RB67. That is very, very nice. It's a new repeater by the Humberside Repeater Group, and very, very, very good. There's HS, which you've been working. There's another repeater in the Humberside Group, but it's a D-Star. So if you've not got a D-Star rig, that won't work. Also, from where you are, you might be able to work GB3LC at Stenigot. That's a 70 centimetres repeater. And then if conditions are good, you can work GB3RW up at Whitby, and occasionally you can work Pi in Cambridge G, which is on RB60, and KY on 57, RB57 in Kings Lynn, if conditions are good. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll pass it back to Rich, because you could probably do the weekly, what we've gone on for the week, Rich, because other than tomorrow night, there's something on most nights, isn't there? M0RKK, G1WSA in the group.
G1WSA, M0RKK. Cheers, Chris. Read of mine's, because I was going to put that out, because we're about wrapping up, aren't we? So anyway, first Tuesday in the month, which it will be tomorrow, Rafar's net, Bernard G0SWO, I think he uses G3JDY as this call, reads out the Rafar's news at 7:30 on 145325. Wednesday, there's a 10 metre net run by Andy G7LRR at 8 PM, 28425 USB. Thursday, Hull District Amateur Radio Club has a simplex net. Hopefully the frequency we use will be free that night. That's at 7 PM on 145325. Sunday, Humber Fortress has got a net at 8 PM on 145425. And then we're back round to Monday, which is our HADARS net, which is usually on the GB3HS repeater at 7 PM. So with that, nothing else to add here, except for thanks very much everybody for joining, and we'll just run through to who's left, see if anybody's got anything to say. Round to you, John. M0JBA, M0RKK.
Yeah, M0RKK, and the net from M0JBA. Not a lot to add, Rich. I wonder if it's possible that the reason I couldn't access the repeater was that I was only on half a watt, but I'd have thought I'd be able to get it from here on half a watt, but it could be that. it's often the simplest things once they're found out. Anyhow, Rich, thanks for running the net tonight, and 73s to everyone, and we'll be meeting some of you on the dark side in a few minutes. So back to you, Rich. Over.
Yeah, cheers for that, John. That might explain, actually, just the first splurge of when I called you and you called back. I just got M or an M0 and then it cut out. So, yeah, it could be possible, couldn't it? You kind of almost hit the repeater sort of thing. So, yeah, it could have been that. Right, Trev's gone, Ant's gone. Round to you, Chris. G1WSA M0KK.
Yeah, G1 WSA, yeah, in the group. Yeah, I just check with Stuart whether you've got that that list of repeaters that I sort of gave in a very sort of random order. Just wonder whether you got those. I know I gave some with frequencies and some with channel numbers. It's got I have the channel numbers set on the handset, so I sort of managed to remember most of them. Anyway, did you get those down, Stuart? G7MFK portable, G1WSA in the group.
G1WSA, Golf 7 Mike Fox Kilo, struck, portable returning. Yeah, I got some of them, Chris, thank you very much. Like I say, I've got an app on my phone that tells me what repeaters are and how far they are away, but unfortunately, even though I tried the things, it still doesn't open it, and before I didn't have the repeater shift on. The rig was supposed to be do it automatically, but it wasn't doing it, so as usual I'll have a play and see what happens. But thanks for letting us in, and see you further down the Twisty Pair. Cheers and beers. Yeah, cheers. Your audio sounds superb, by the way. Anyway, you were 5.9 plus 10 on the old 241 and 5.9 plus 10, 20. Oh no, 5.9 plus 20 on the old one. I can't get mixed up now. 5.9 plus 10 on the new one. Blimey. Anyway, there we go. Back to you, Richard. If you want to, I don't really want to shut things up. Back to you, Richard. Anyway, 7.3s, everybody. Back to you, Rich. M0RKKG1WSA in the group.
Yeah, cheers for that, Chris. Round to you, Andy, if you're still with us. We're just about to wrap up. M1DRK, M0KK. No, back round to you, Stuart, for your final. G7MFK portable, M0KK.
Golf 7 Mike Fox Kilo, returning to the portals, returning to the group. Yeah, thanks for letting us in, lads. And like I say, I presume the repeater GB3GY Cleethorpes is on that water tower, but I tried yesterday and couldn't get into it at all. So I presume it's either something in the way. Well, probably like that. There's a kitchen place, isn't there, around the corner, massive building, so whether that's in the way I don't know, but something's stopping my signal. Anyway, thanks for letting us in, lads, on to the QSO, and I don't think there's any rallies on there next week, is there, so I doubt it, so I don't think we'll meet up anywhere, but thanks for letting us in, and see you further down. Cheers and days. Yeah, break.
Go on, Chris.
Yeah, there is actually a rally next week in Horncastle. It's about 50-55 minute run for you. Okay, no, cheers, lads. Yes, so the rally is at what's the place? It's in Radcom. It's basically Horncastle. It's in a military museum. Thorpe Park. That's the name of it. Is it Thorpe Park? I think it's called. But anyway, there's the rally there on. I think it's on Sunday. Quite early doors though, 9 o'clock from what I remember. But it's about 55 minutes run for you. I know because I've actually been down there today for something else, so I know what the run is. Anyway, that's that. G7MFK portable, G1WSA. G1WSA, Golf 7 Mike Fox Kilo Stroke portable, returning. Yeah, thanks for that. I'll see if I can get chat the wife and see if I can get down. You never know. See what's around. Not been to a rally for years, like I say. So, like I said, thanks for all the information, lads, and see you further down the Twisty Pairs today. Golf 7 Mike Fox Kilo from Clay. Cheers and beers.
Yeah, cheers for that, Stuart. Not sure if you're interested or not, but we are having a pub meet up on Wednesday, but it's actually in Hull. On the South Coast Lane. I don't know whether you're interested in coming say hello to us or not, either.
Yeah, give us the details, please.
Yeah, just give me a sec, mate. Let me just pull them up. It's the pub's called the Island Laddie. I'll just give you the postcode and that. It's South Coast Lane, Hull, HU93AD. Pub's called the Highland Laddie. Meet up at 7, over.
Okay, cheers lads. I've got Isle of Laddie, is it HU93 Alpha Delta, something like that?
Yeah, the Highland Laddie, yeah. HU93AD. But if we don't see you, mate, we've got, like I said, there's the Raffles News net tomorrow, and we've got another net, Simplex on Thursday anyway, if you're hanging about for a week. So thanks for joining, Stuart, much appreciated. You always look after yourself. I hope to catch you soon, 7-3s.
Yeah, what day was it you're on time for the meet-up?
It's Wednesday evening.
Cheers and beers.
Cheers, mate. Round to you, Steve, M7EYP, M0KK.
7EYP in the group, yeah. Yeah, just a quick one. I don't know if I'll give you a report, Rich. 59 plus, John. Lovely audio, John. 59 plus. G7 MFK portable. Stuart, you're also 59 plus to me. That's about it, Rich, for me. So I'll hand it back to you, and no doubt I'll see you on the dark side. M7EYP to M0RKK in the group.
Yeah, okay, Steve. I'll ask the questions when I catch you on the other in a bit, mate. There's Ray just joined. So, all right. Looks like we're going to wrap it up then. Thanks very much for joining, everyone, and catch some of you on the other in a minute. M0RKK closing the net at 2012. 7-3s, everyone.
Yeah, Rich, I don't know if you're there, but I ain't got a link for the net meet tonight yet.